What's up, y'all? It's your boy Gianni Versace. Welcome back to the next episode of No Offense But. And I just got back from a damn cookout, y'all. It's Father's Day. I feel like a dad. Like I got the hoochie daddies on right now. I really do feel like somebody dad right now. I got the hoochie daddies on. I got my muscle tee on. Little hair on my chest, showing my cleavage. They had some crab legs, some oysters, some shrimp, and what that thing is. What it was shrimp and
It was yams.
nigga, that wasn't yams. Oh, that was not yams. Squash. They had squash and zucchini, and I'm happy. Jess invited me out, and I'm very shocked. Her family showed up this time because last time I don't know, but she definitely redeemed herself this time with me at the last. Not even last Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving before last. But for real this week, y'all, I've really been in the house. And honestly, that's probably the safest place to be right now with all that shit that's going on in Atlanta. I don't know if y'all heard. We remember just 2 weeks ago, we had the plumbing issue. You know, Atlanta ain't had no water. Now, we didn't had a shooting downtown. 4 people shot downtown Atlanta at a food court, minding their business. A heated argument, I guess, broke out between these 2 guys, which resulted in one of them pulling out their firearm, shooting him, and shooting, I think, 2 other people, 2 other women were shot in the heated argument. After the heated argument, apparently, an off-duty cop was around at the time of the shooting, and he pulled his firearm and started busting back. He shot the suspect. But luckily, everybody lived. Everybody got transported to the hospital. Everybody lived. However, not only, and wait, before I even get to that part, I'm happy. You know, I'm not really a big fan of cops. Y'all know I don't really fuck with the cops. I don't fuck with the ops. But I'm glad that they preserved life. Even in these circumstances where people's lives were at stake. 3 people were shot. 4, if you include the suspect. They still managed to de-escalate the situation and keep everybody alive. They were all transported to the hospital. Everybody lived. However, he didn't just shoot, just regular bystanders. He shot bystanders that were senior citizens. It was one 69-year-old woman, one 70-year-old woman, and then one was a little bit younger. The guy he shot initially was 47 years old, the suspect who shot the first guy. But imagine somebody shooting your granny, your grandmama. She just wanted some Chick-fil-A, a little Polynesian sauce, a little chicken biscuit, and she got shot for it. How do you feel about that? Yeah, I don't feel too well about that either. And that ain't the only thing going on in Atlanta. The historic Gaines Hall burns down. Once again, mind y'all, this is, I think, the second or the third time now that it's been burnt down. It burnt down once in 2015. Hold on. Damn. Okay, so the historic Gaines Hall burns down right off Northside Drive The historic Gaines Hall burns down right off the Northside Drive at the Martin Luther King Jr. Drive near Morris Brown and Clark Atlanta University. Gaines Hall has burned down twice now. This is the second time that it's burned down. They need to just leave that motherfucker alone. Stop. Excuse my language. We need to just leave that mother thing alone. This is about the second time that it's already got burned down. We need to leave that thing where it is. I don't know why they keep building it back up. Somebody's intentionally trying to get their money back on it. It burned down initially in 2015, and then most recently the Ferber Cottage portion of the building in February 2023. It also burned down. And currently the fire is being investigated. However, locals seem to believe that it was caused by someone living in the vacant building. So y'all know it'd be a lot of homeless people in downtown Atlanta and in like the west. I guess that's like going. That is the west end, but like going into the west end from the downtown location. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I feel like anywhere downtown, there's always like a huge homeless issue. Like when you go to the outskirts of cities and shit, it don't be a lot of homeless people, but it be so many homeless people right here downtown. And then this where it costs the most to live, but you got to deal with the most issues. Other than that, y'all, this week has been like, I've been in the gym, y'all. I don't know what it is. I thought if I went to the gym enough, I would stop being so sore, y'all. Every day after leg day, I be so sore. And the legs don't seem to be getting no bigger. I thought my legs was getting bigger. I took a picture with somebody today. I looked at the picture. I said, these the same legs I had 4, 5, 6 weeks ago. Where are the gains? Why am I in so much pain if I'm not gaining no weight? What's that about? I don't know. Also this week, y'all, I thought JR Crickets was like, they fell off the face of the map. I took over to JR Crickets downtown over like, I don't want to say over at Ponce, but like going towards Ponce, you know, the initial one, the main one. And they got this flavor. It's called the Atlanta Hawk. It's like this sweet, tangy, chili with lemon pepper on it. It was so good. That was so good. If you in Atlanta right now, go down to JR Crickets, ask for the Atlanta Hawk wing flavor, and I promise you, it's gonna change the game for you. And get you a Hennessy margarita. That took me right on up and through there. That was everything I needed. I just needed a tall glass of liquor and 20 wings and a bucket of ranch. I needed to be able to dip my whole wrist in the ranch, or it ain't dipped. Also, this week, I've been catching up. Y'all know I told y'all last week I was gonna start watching The Boys. And that's what I've been watching these last couple of days. They dropped 3 episodes of The Boys, y'all. It's so good. Excuse my language. It's so freaking good. That's all I've been in the bed doing, literally watching that. And I've been rewatching American Horror Story Hotel. Lady Gaga, she ate that up. If you ain't seen American Horror Hotel, eat that up. Hotel, Coven. I forgot the other one, but the other one had to do with they was at like a campsite. That season was so freaking good. I watched that season like twice. That season had me on the edge of my seat. If you ain't seen that, make sure you go watch that. But I've been rewatching the Hotel version because I forgot what happened in Hotel. Back to The Boys. This season, already 3 episodes. They dropped 3 seasons initially. It picks up from where Starlight, she kind of, you know, she dropped her whole superhero suit and she ain't trying to pick it back up. She just want to be a regular girl, but she still got all these Starlighters behind her, backing her up in her movement, while we still got, I forgot the other dude name, but he like the fake Superman type of dude. Don't know. I don't be listening. Homelander. Homelander is still there. He's still fighting the bad fight. He recruiting new people to be on the 7, and he's trying to mix some shit up and make Starlight look bad right now. And Starlight is trying to combat that. So definitely get into that. I think tonight House of Dragons drops. We'll be tuned in for that. Baddie, shot o'clock. Natalie Nunn tearing it up. Meatball tearing it up. Let me just say this. I thought this season was going to be so, I think Asian Doll come on this episode. I thought this season was going to be better than the rest of the season, and it literally had the potential to be, but I feel like they added too many girls. I miss when Zeus had maybe a smaller budget and they can only have about like 10 girls. Because now it's so many girls, it's too many names, it's too many storylines, too many things to keep away. And half the storylines are loser. Nobody even really cares to check in with them. I don't care about Diamond. I don't care about Tinkerbella. I like Diamond more than I like Tinkerbella. Love Meatball. Can't stand Gretchen. I feel like she's just there for like, I can't even say comedic relief. She's just really there to get beat up on. Like she's just that like controversial person they need on the show to like, you know, stir the pot, I guess. But she's lame. The twins left. Who else? It was this one girl who was on there and she was never in the drama. I can't think of her name, but she'd been on TV for like mad long and she's from the Bay Area. She left. Callie Way, Blueface sister. She could throw them. She could throw them things. I ain't gonna lie. She throw them things. But Mariah Lynn, you know what? I like Mariah, but the problem with Mariah is she get back cool with everybody she fight. I can't like if you stand for nothing, you fall for anything, Mariah. Bianca came on here swinging for you. You did tell Mariah you didn't want her to get into that initially, I guess. Bianca, you was looking dumb for even sticking up for a chick that was gonna sit around and say she cool with the girl that you trying to fight for her. So now you did all this on behalf of Mariah. Mariah kitty clicking with the girl. You look dumb. And I just seen a clip of Mariah and Bianca getting into it back in Love and Hip Hop, and I just thought, how are y'all cool now? Where did that come from? You know when people say anything, like they just be doing anything, like Mariah just be doing anything. She throw a big ass wig on and just be doing anything. Natalie Nunn, businesswoman. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? She'll bring somebody you don't like to the show knowing you got beef with them, but she'll bring somebody she don't like to the show knowing she got beef with them. And she gonna pop it off. Her and Tommy, boom, got it off. Da-da-da. Tommy whooped on her a little bit. Honestly, if we being real, neither one of them can... I don't really feel like neither one of them is all like that, but I guess they handled it. I want to see what Asian Doll got going on this season. I'm so tired of her. She just been on Twitter running her yick suckers. I'm just like, I don't really care for Asian Doll. I don't know why she thinks somebody copying her. She tried to get into it with JT. She not really that girl. We only know like one or two of her songs. Asian Doll, nobody's looking for you. Nobody's looking for you, like at all. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next couple episodes anyway of Baddies, The Boys, House of Dragons dropped tonight. I still got to catch up on Power Book. And I feel so bad for Michael Rainey Jr. I'm going to get into that later, but I feel so bad for Michael Rainey Jr., y'all. If the rules was reversed, that's all I'm going to say. If the shoes was reversed. Oh, and y'all, before we get into the tea, y'all, I want to say this. No offense, but the audio version is now available on Spotify and Apple Music for podcasts. So whenever you in a car or you cleaning up and you just need to hear me talking and you just can't really, you ain't got YouTube Premium, we're going to link that below for y'all. Now it's time to get into the, come on. We got to get into it. So also in Atlanta, these 2024, these elections got people in a frenzy. Like white supremacist groups, they are on the rise. A white Arizona man named Mark Adams Prieto attempted to orchestrate a race war by planning a mass shooting here in Atlanta on black people and minorities in mid-May. I'm just now hearing about this. An Arizona man orchestrating a mass shooting here in Atlanta at a Bad Bunny concert. Pray for Atlanta. Apparently, he's been planning this for months. And a lot of this information on his whole agenda was obtained by the FBI by an informant during Mark's probe. He has now been indicted and charged with a firearm trafficking, transfer of firearm for use, hate crime, and possession of an unregistered firearm. Y'all, ever since Trump was in office, he has brought to light. So people are more okay with being racist out loud and out front and out in the public. And I know a lot of y'all love Trump because he gave y'all the PPP and he was around during all the little stipends or the stimulus checks. But that messed up the economy so bad. So bad. That's why apartments that's why we had $1,700, $1,800 freaking studios. They just starting to go down. At least here in Atlanta. I can't even speak about nowhere else in the country. I don't know. I only stay here. It's just scary, and it really reminds me of the January 6th attack back in 2023 on the Capitol, when a heavily armed mob of supporters of Trump stormed the Capitol. I think they were called the Proud Boys.
He spoke about that in one of his rallies.
Trump?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He was just talking about those people were just, regular people, like just trying to like justify the situation. In one of his 2024 rallies for president, he's just trying to justify it.
If y'all, Trump being back in presidency would be so crazy after, like, that will really like shake America. I think a lot of people were afraid and scared when Trump got elected. Like, I think they had an episode on American Horror Story. Speaking of unjust, Young Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, was taken into custody and held in contempt after the judge Glanville ordered him to spend the next 20 days in jail. However, it was only the weekends, though. He will be checking in around 7 p.m. on Fridays and then checking out around 7 p.m. on Sundays. And this came about because during court that day, Brian Steele had brought up the fact that the judge Glanville, a witness, Little Woody, and the prosecutor had a secret meeting behind Brian Steele and Young Thug's back. And when Glanville ordered him to give up his resources on how he found out about this, how he knew about this knowledge, he refused. So he threw him into contempt. And I really just feel like they was mad that he was clocking their ass. Brian Steele, he out there doing his thing. Thug thizzle. And Brian quotes, "If this is true, then this is coercion, witness intimidation, and an ex parte conversation he has the constitutional right to be a part of. And he should have been included in that meeting." So once he said that, like, Glanville wasn't having it. He was like, "Oh, I've been clocked." And now at this point, I think the judge needs to be investigated. And the prosecutor. I mean, obviously the prosecutor gonna do whatever they gotta do to get Young Thug in jail, but y'all having a secret meeting. And then they try to throw him in jail. However, what I do like that Steele did, he's all about his client. Because when they said they was gonna put him in jail, he said, "You know what? I'm gonna file an appeal, but if for whatever reason that doesn't go right, can y'all put me in jail with Young Thug, aka Jeffrey, because I won't have time to work on this case. I want to be able to be in there with him and work on this case. Like, we got to work this thing out." I appreciate that about him. However, he did file an appeal, and he won't be going to jail now. But really, Glanville, and mind y'all, Glanville is a black lawyer, a black judge. I'm sorry, Glanville is a black judge. Just can't keep a black man down. Now, moreover, the people, it's so many people going to jail right now, y'all. Like, last week I told y'all just gonna be listening to me and Krishan and the baby. Y'all ain't gonna be listening to Krishan no more. Krishan got locked up too. On Monday, also, Krishan gets locked up after attending Blueface's court hearing in San Fernando Valley. She was caught on video being detained, and when she was asked why she was being arrested, she responded, "They saying I got a whole other case caught up in fucking downtown. I don't even be downtown." Krishan responds, "It's cool. I got my people looking into it." But apparently, y'all, and if you watched Crazy in Love on Zeus, y'all know what I'm talking about. Apparently, her arrest stems from an active warrant in Oklahoma from an incident that transpired in 2022. She is wanted in connection to an incident including drug and traffic charges. And she recently spoke on it in March on live, and she was saying that she wasn't going to turn herself in. She has better things to do, like raising her son, Krishan Jr. And in the midst of all this, I just want to know, who the hell is raising Krishan Jr.? Charles Barkley Jr. We don't got. We had Carlissa, the mother. She was. I think she was there. Where? Who has the baby? I know. I know you gotta get a baby to Seki. I know. I said, but she didn't have a baby. So who got the baby? Who got Krishan Jr.? Where is he now? Baby gonna need an IEP. Y'all, RIP. Rest in peace to Enchanting, y'all. 1017 artist. If y'all, those of y'all who don't know, 1017 is a label by Gucci Mane, and he has artists like Enchanting, Pooh Shiesty, Scar, and you know what? We need to who? It's a couple of. We need to look into Gucci Mane's record label. Like everybody who he have on his record label is either serving time, dying. Yeah, they serving time or they dying, or they serving time and then they dying. He just recruiting anybody. Like I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's the best person. I would not sign to 1017 record label. That 1017 chain is a death sentence. Enchanting, also known as Channing Nicole Laurie, aka, met her untimely demise June 11th due to a drug withdrawal. So my sources say. Y'all, this girl was so pretty. She was so talented. I'm not gonna act like I'm sitting down like her biggest fan or nothing like that, but I really did love her song "Want Some." Like, go listen to "Want Some" by Enchanting. She had that nice, like, she had a really nice voice on the beat. Like, when you heard her, it was very distinctive. Like, that's what I look for when I listen to, like, especially now new rappers. I want to hear your voice and know who I'm listening to. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get on the beat, I know who I'm listening to without having to look up and be like, who's this? She had this nice, like, little whisper flow to her. She was a real cute little, like, slim girl. I don't know where she was from, but I just, and she was so pretty, y'all. She was so pretty. She was tatted up, chocolate little thing. They even told me that she stayed in my building, or she used to be in my building a lot. It's crazy. I never even seen her before. However, a few days later, her parents had took to social media and made a statement and thanking everybody for the well wishes and that she was very loved. But however, there was no cause of death yet. So now that's conflicting with what sources are saying. They don't want to say that she passed away from drug withdrawals. Rest in peace, Chant. Rest in peace. Y'all, sexual assault is never okay. It's never okay. I don't care if it's a man sexually assaulting a woman, if a woman is sexually assaulting a man, if it's a they or them sexually assaulting a she or a he, it's not okay. This past week, Macaroni Jr., Tarq from Power, y'all might know him better like that, was sexually assaulted during a live stream hosted by Steele. And Steele is I've never heard of him, but I guess he's like a famous like live streamer coming up. Apparently he films a lot of his house and he has like a lot of his family members there. Like you could see in the live stream, I don't know if they were all his family, but there was like little brothers, a sister, it was a couple other dudes there, and Michael Rainey Jr. was just kind of in the back. But in the live stream, you can see his sister had reached down and grabbed her a handful of Michael's Juniors while the stream was going, and there were even children in the room. And you can see on his face, he was taken by shock. He was very uncomfortable. It caught him very underhanded and under the belt. And if he would have done that to her, Michael Rainey Jr. would be underneath the jail right now. There would be no power. There would be no more deals. There would be nothing. However, I feel like it's not being taken as seriously because it was done by a woman. I don't know why y'all act like women can't be predators too. Since the incident, Talil has issued a public apology to Michael Rainey Jr. and his family for his sister's actions. And Rainey has also faced a lot of cyberbullying since the incident. And he also took to his social media, speaking out about the situation, saying he wasn't okay with it. And that sexual assault is not okay, no matter, you know, who it comes from or who's doing it. And I really appreciate him for standing on that. He said he's still basically coming to terms with everything. Like it's still a debrief for him. Like he's taking it all in right now. However, stepdaddy 50 Cent then got on social media and said it wasn't sexual assault. It was an aggressive advance. It was a sexual advance by a woman, and that no charges will be filed. I don't know what he's saying to him. 50 Cent did the same thing when the guy came out about Megan Thee Stallion's sexual assault with the photographer. I think we need to defund 50 Cent. Like, I don't know. I love 50, but at the same time, I love that he trolled, but it's just some things they not getting. Like, it's not okay. If that was your daughter, 50, you would not be saying the same thing. But because it's a boy, it's okay. And during Men's Mental Health Awareness Month in June, if it was up to me, she would have a trial by fire. Guillotine. She wouldn't have no more life. I'd be done with her. And I just think it opens up the doors to a bigger conversation. Nobody really cares whether it's a man. We're just told to, shut up, suck it up, and just, you'll be all right. And I think society owes us so much more. Speaking of not right, y'all girl Tyler, she's back at it again. Make me water. Girl, what the fuck are you? Excuse my language. What are you? We don't know what you are. You've come to America with your African accent, talking about your color. What are you? What does that mean? What does that mean? So Tyler has done an interview with the Breakfast Club. And those of y'all who don't know, Breakfast Club is a podcast. It's a radio show too? Or is this podcast?
It was a radio show. Well, yeah, I think they said.
Anyways, it got Charlamagne, that light-skinned dude with the freckles, and Jess with the mess. Her messy ass. And, something that they had basically ended up asking her about her, ethnicity, her identity. What does she identify as? And to which she doesn't even respond. She goes mute. And somebody outside of the shot on her team is like, let's just go to the next question. We're not answering that today. We're off of that. And I don't know if y'all know, but it has been circulating for a while that I don't know if she said it or not, but social media has been saying it, that she basically doesn't align herself with being black. Your African queen. Make me water. Doesn't align herself with being black. That's what they're saying. I'm not saying that, but that's just what they're saying. Make me water. However, after the interview, Tyler took to Twitter to explain how race is classified different in different parts of the world. While she is considered a colored, what are you? Not colored like America colored. This is COLOURED. In South Africa, in South Africa, she is considered colored, but in other places of the world, like Western civilization, she can be considered black. And she said that she's never said she wasn't black. But I think the problem is she never says she is black either. That's my thing with her. That's my thing. It's easy to straddle the fence and be like, I never said I wasn't this. But girl, when we're asking you, you're giving us these indie windows and this other terminology and not saying what. And I understand we're not, you know, it's a cultural thing. It's a separation. We're not from South Africa, so maybe we don't understand some of the South African things, and we're from America, so maybe you don't understand some of the American things. And I don't ever want to offend anybody and tell them, you know, they have to conform to America or a Western way of thinking. But a lot of things are just the same here as they are there with different terminology. And I'm going to get to that point for y'all. Hold on. So I've done my own research, and apparently the word colored ties back to the National Registration Act of 1950. One could be declared colored with a U by law and afforded rights, while somebody else could be considered black and be stripped of their status and these rights. The term colored went on to represent mixed and biracial, multicultural people. So essentially, there's a hierarchy in South Africa. White people were at the top, black people were at the bottom, and the word colored was put in the middle to allow them a little bit, you know, you're not black, you're not white, but you're just a little bit closer to whiteness than the people at the bottom who were black. That to me also just sounds like America. You know, we had segregation. We had the blacks over here and we had the white people over there. And then, you know, if you were like biracial, you know, the white people still might like side eye you a little bit, but you might be able to come do a little bit more than what the black guy could do. You wasn't just black. You was like, okay, you might be liking a little bit of this too. And I think they throw a different term on it, colored, with a U, and make it seem like it's different, but it's really not to me. Like every time I hear her explain what her race is, her ethnicity is, her identity, it just kind of just be like, I'm no black, Poppy, I'm Dominican. Like, baby, we still get you just say you're black, baby, or just say you're multicultural, you're biracial. It's okay, just say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, and then you purposely know that we don't know what you're talking about, and then you're still giving us the same answer, and then trying to say that you're not black. It's like you're straggling the fence a little bit. You know how biracial people do in America. Y'all know when they want to be around their white counterparts, you know, they play into my mom's white, you know, yeah, preppy. And then when they want to hang around their black friends, you know, they say the N-word. You know what I'm saying? But when they need that job, they check off white on the application, on the identity box, on the ethnicity box. Am I right, Jess? Don't you do that?
I have a couple times.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying. Just say that then. I don't have no problem with it. Just say that. Y'all be trying to straggle the fence so much. What is it? Speaking of straggling the fence, Tory Lanez, a.k.a. Daystar Patterson's wife, Raina, wife. Tory got married in jail. 2023, last June. He got married in jail. I did not know that.
I hope he signed a prenup.
I did not know that. Why would anybody marry a man that just went to jail for 10 years? The money? How much you think Tory Lanez really got? Her name is Raina. She filed for divorce in a petition last week, a divorce petition last week, citing irreconcilable differences for her reason for the split. Does it have something to do with Meg and Kelsey? I wonder. Mind you, they only got married last year, June 25th to be exact. She also wants full legal and physical custody of their 7-year-old son, Kai, while Tory is facing his 10-year bid over the Megan case. I still can't believe he's facing 10 years over that wench. Over a horse! How would you feel if you went to jail over a horse? Whew, so that's another tip for me today, y'all. We gotta head over to the fan facts. So this week I asked everybody, what's one sign that you would not with ever again? And we got some interesting ones in the house today, y'all. So first one up, somebody said Cancer. I wouldn't spit on any of them if they was on fire. Yikes, Cancer. What are you doing wrong? And you know what? I'm a Virgo. I'm really big on signs. Like when I talk to people, my first, like when I'm getting to know somebody, I need to know your sign, especially if either we vibing or we beefing. I need to know what you are. I know a lot of y'all feel like that's witchcraft. Y'all don't believe in that, but I strongly believe in signs. I need to know what I'm talking to, what I'm working with, regardless. But not spit on them if they was on fire goes crazy. I feel like Cancers are very like, at least from what I've heard, are very like nurturing, very sensitive. They come off like mean because they're really sensitive and they don't want nobody to like play on their feelings. And I get you, because I'm like, we here. I think that's probably why they say we compatible. Like they're probably my most compatible sign, I believe. But have I dealt with a Cancer before? I feel like I've chatted with some Cancers, but it was never too deep to the point where I was like have any strong feelings about them either way, like good or bad. I just feel like there's some signs to me and they're just there. Like I really haven't got to experience them. So it's really not like I have a lot to say. And I don't really have too many Cancers in my life. I know one of my cousins is a Cancer. I got like one Cancer in my family that I know of. I don't be around too many Cancers. I had one friend, she was a Cancer. A fake, excuse me, fake. Somebody said Gemini, of course, and a Scorpio. And when it comes to a Gemini, I'm with you 100%. I'm back. F a Gemini. Y'all know that's one thing I don't. You know that girl who was that old lady? She was like, "You want chocolate or you want glaze?" I don't mess with nothing chocolate. I don't want no glaze. I mean, I just want glaze only. I don't want no Gemini. I'm cool on a Gemini. I'm peppermint patty. Brush my teeth mint. Ice cold water. Cool on Gemini. I don't want to get to no one. I don't want to kick it with you. I don't want to skate with you. I don't want to fuck with nothing. Nothing with a Gemini. I don't blame you. I feel like Geminis just, they have this, they're very charming. They're very like fun, very airy, very like go with the flow. Like this kind of like calm yet chaotic energy all at the same time. And they make you feel good. And it's like, oh yeah, let's do it. But they have this thing where like they can like, how do I explain it? Like, I feel like I always have a hard time trying to explain the trauma that they've caused me. They have this really good energy about them. They're very charming, but then like they're very wish-washy. They're very like, today I'm on you, tomorrow I'm off you. Today we like doing this, tomorrow we not. Very like they'll put you through the ringer and then pop back up and act like they didn't and just be like y'all cool and clicky. And it's like, nah, like F you, like for real. I just don't, and even the friends, like the girls, the boys, all of they not cool to me. Like, I don't know, they be cool until they not cool. Like you can't, a Gemini, what I'll say, they real fun. You can have a really good night with a Gemini, but leave it at that. Don't try to take it too much past that. Like there's the people you have to like recuperate from. You see them today and you probably don't see them for the next 2 or 3 months. Just don't take it too serious with a Gemini. Especially like if you don't know if they feeling you, how you feeling them, if they haven't made it very clear, like just save yourself the turmoil and the hurt. Speaking from experience. And a Gemini, they'll lie in your face. Knowing they lying, knowing that they know you lying and still be lying. For no reason, unprovoked. On the middle of a Wednesday. For nothing. Just cause. I just don't fool with them. I don't fool with them. The May ones are a little better. They like milder, but them June ones, they out of control. Put them on a leash. I don't trust them. None of them. She also says Scorpio. Y'all know Scorpio used to be my other favorite, like my favorite sign. I think they're also one of my most compatible signs. I do like Scorpio. I feel like Scorpios are literally like Virgos, but more vindictive, a little bit more evil, more sneaky, definitely more sneaky. I feel like a Scorpio is a freaky, and I feel like Virgos be freaky too, but we just freaky like when you get to know us. Scorpios might be freaky on the first night. But they just sneaky. Like, I don't know. And they just, I do like them though. I still like them. I just, I feel like I just got to see where I go with some of them. Like some of them, we click very, very well. And then some of us, it's just like, we don't got no problem, but we not all the way cool like that either. And I'm okay with that. Y'all know, I don't really care to be cool with everybody. I'm okay with that. I'm trying to think, have I really messed with a Scorpio before? I like Scorpios though. I still do like them, even though they sneaky and vindictive, and they like to Scorpios like to play get back. Like if you do something to a Scorpio, just expect whatever they do to come back on you tenfold. They're gonna get their lick back. I don't care if y'all got married, had kids, y'all 10 years locked in. They're gonna get you when you least expect it. Somebody else said Aquarius. This is a sign that I have experience with too. I feel like Aquarius is, I don't know, because I've dealt with like both sides of the Aquarius. I feel like they can either be really, like from what I've known them to be, they're like very nonchalant, but they're supposed to be like humanitarians, care about humans, like, you know, interaction, socialism, like whatever. But they're usually like very nonchalant. They don't have a lot of feelings. They be fake-ish, like they fake, like they don't really like, it's not even necessarily, I say fake, but what I really mean is they know how to play their role. Like they can come around you, play cool, da da da, give you a good vibe, don't give you no bad vibes, but they really not your friend like that. And they might make you feel like y'all friends, but y'all not really friends like how you think they friends. They're more like, I'm just working my set. I'm just working the room. And that's okay. You just got to understand that about them also. The ones that were like, okay, boom. I've messed with Aquarius who just like could not, for the life of them, express how they feel about nothing. And then I've had one that's just like expressed everything. So I don't know. It's a spectrum. But I will say one was like a January, and then now like another one was like February. So maybe there's a difference. And then also, like I said, everybody's not the same. People have different circumstances. You can't always base each sign on what, you know, each person in that sign to be the same. But sometimes there are key differences. I mean, there are key similarities, and then sometimes there are differences. I just feel like them air signs, like I don't know where I get off. Gemini is an air sign, Aquarius is an air sign, Libra are air signs. They all are still just wishy-washy to me overall. Like one day they hot, one day they cold. I think what attracts me to air signs a little bit is the spontaneousness. Like usually air signs are more spontaneous, more like go with the flow. Whereas I'm a Virgo, I'm earth, I'm grounded. You know, I might go to the same restaurant, always eat the same thing. I might go to the same store, buy the same things. Like I don't really go too far outside of the things that I normally do. This is my route. I take this route every day. This is what I know. I know what to expect. I'm probably not gonna go try route B and route C. I'm gonna do route A, where they might go try route Z just for the hell of it in the middle of the week. I think that's what attracts me to them, but at the same time, it's also be like that when it's too much of this spontaneity, however you spontaneousness, it kind of makes me feel like I'm losing my pivot, my ground, and I don't like it personally. But I could see, you know, I don't really, you know, Aquarius is, I don't really mess with Megan Thee Stallion. That's an Aquarius. Somebody else said Scorpio. No, brother. Somebody else said Sagittarius. Now I like a Sag. I like a Sag. Like I like out of all the 3 fire signs, that's the sign. That's the sign that I like the most out of the fire signs. Huh? Yeah. I said Aquarius. I said Sagittarius to me, they're hot. Um, they just get it. Like I don't know what it is. Like a Sag, it's like that passion, that little firecracker energy behind them. Like, yeah, you might be a little crazy, but at least I know you fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was dealing with a Sagittarius. That's what I call him, a Sagittarius. And I had just stopped like answering my texts. I stopped answering my calls. I was just like, you can go back to where you came from. Showed up at my house, middle of the night, banging on the door, banging on the window. Let me in. No more locked doors. What's going on? I finally like got the courage because I didn't know what was going to happen to me. I finally got the courage to go outside and have a conversation. It was crying, like all sad. And I'm like, this, you know what, you kind of crazy, but you know, I like it because at least you showing me like, that's that little toxic shit I can't deal with. Like, at least you showing me you care. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, they just block your number, don't call, you don't hear from them no more, no text, no nothing. And it's like, baby, we was just doing the nasty. Like how we get here so quick? They stop playing, I beat your ass. Like, what Lil Baby said? He said, what he said in that song, should I let it go or we beefing about it? Like, what's up? I like a Sag. And I think, you know, my little brother is a Sag. And he's probably my mom's quietest child. Like me and my sister, personality galore. Not saying he don't have one, but he's like, we're more talkative, more out loud, more expressive. He's more quiet, reserved. And although I'm a reserved person, if you don't know me, if you know me, and then for the social media, I'm out here like, what's up? But if you do know me, y'all know like I'm more so like, and that's okay. But I like Sages, and I think they are optimistic. Dare I say like workaholics a little bit, some of them. Like they and that's what I appreciate because y'all know like as much as I procrastinate as a Virgo, I'm gonna get me some money. That's what, if one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get me some money. And they said Sagittarius, I probably would though. Whatever. Somebody said Capricorn. Now y'all know that's my other earth sign counterpart. This is how I feel about Capricorns. I like Capricorns. One of my cousins back home, she a Capricorn. I just think for me, Capricorns be, don't get me wrong, I think I can hold a grudge, but I think Capricorns like to hold grudges like galore. Like they have this mindset where it's like, it's me against everybody else. My back is against the wall. They be mad like 5 years later for the same, like it don't even be making no sense. Like I'd be like, I might still not mess with somebody later on in life, but like the way, the type of energy they be having for these people, it just be like, it's not even calling for that no more. And I think sometimes they and those people, those are some workaholics. You want to talk about a workaholic, a Capricorn, like Virgo gonna get them somebody else. Capricorn is too. Like all they do is go to work, and go to work. Like you thought I was gonna say go home. No, just go to work. Like a Capricorn, like they be so wrapped up in their money, they don't be having time for nothing else. Like you not gonna really come first with a Capricorn. And if you got a Capricorn and they not putting their money first, baby, you got the wrong one. You know, Lotto was a Capricorn. I don't know, I'll still be reading them. Ice Spice is a Capricorn. I think they just be trying to find who they are. Like, they be so wrapped up in other things that they don't be having time to realize or like figure out who they are, if that makes sense. It's almost like having an identity crisis. Somebody else said Capricorn. Somebody said Aries. So my grandma is an Aries. She is the like sweetest, kindest. Like she will give somebody the shirt off of her back. And on the same token, like I know that they can also be very like fiery, very crackery. But I don't know. I feel like people say that's like the main thing people say about Aries are like fire signs in general is that they can be like little firecrackers. I feel like they can also be a bit arrogant, the men. I don't like that. Anybody that's, you can't be like snappy or fiery and then also arrogant and like that's like not a good combination for me. Some people might like that. And some people might even take that as like direct or assertiveness, but I don't like it. I just don't like it. But I feel you. I mean, I haven't really dealt with too many Aries. Oh, and let me backtrack a little bit. On the Capricorn men, I think they be a little corny. That's something else I meant to say. The Capricorn men, I think they're corny to me. Like whenever I meet them, and whenever my cousin, she was dating a Capricorn, I just felt like he was so corny to me. Like corny. Somebody gonna say Virgo. I think they were just saying that to get under my skin. But actually, I take that back because you know what? This is my thing. I could be real. People gonna always try to say that they sign. It's nothing wrong with they sign. Like they just got it all figured out. The thing about a Virgo, we are harder on ourselves. Like we're very critical, very judgmental people. But like we're harder on ourselves than anybody else. And I will say this: sometimes a Virgo is very judgmental. Like I just said. We like things our way or sometimes the highway. So sometimes, you know, everybody else wants to go to Popeyes and I want to go to churches. And I'm okay with sitting this one out if everybody else want to go do that. I don't want to make anybody else upset. I'll just go to churches on my own time. And we're okay with that. We're okay with being by ourselves and doing things without everybody else. I know sometimes people want us there, but if we don't want to do it, then we're not going to do it. That's one thing about a Virgo. Like I feel like I guess I can only speak for myself, but I do feel like most Virgos, like you can't like bully us or try to peer pressure us. If I've already made up my mind that I didn't want to do it, then I don't want to do it. We have really good work ethic. And when we do, you know, we play. But when we do love you, when we actually like in that, we in that. Like, babe, what can we do? Like, how can I da-da-da-da? Like, what's up? How can we make this thing a thing for real? But you got to catch us when we in that mode. Because we quick to be like, F you, F that, I'm done, I'm cool, like, whatever. And then once we on that other side with you, like when we cool on you, we like cool on you. Like, so you gotta catch us when we care. Cause trying to catch me up when I don't care, that's a whole other thing. And I feel like for a Virgo to like, knowing a Virgo is like to love a Virgo. Like I feel like we like the closest thing to magic. Like people that know us like are in our actual circle love us. And some people, they don't like Virgos because we don't allow ourselves to be open or vulnerable with just anybody. Like if people who come around me and they feel like I'm mean, it's people who will tell you that I'm mean, I'm nasty, I'm standoffish. The people who will tell me I'm so sweet, I'm kind, I'm caring. There's people who, you know what I'm saying? There's different layers to us, but we cool with everybody else knowing, feeling like we mean and we an asshole, we a B, whatever. And then the people that actually know us to know that like, we really cool, down to earth, chill people. We're okay with that. We don't really care. We don't. And then we got another Cancer and another Gemini. I already spoke on them. Let me see. I think I had one other. Okay, so somebody said Pisces. This one Pisces man put me through the ringer. Never again. I feel like this. Pisces. My little sister a Pisces. I think, and my cousin. Another water sign. Very emotional, passionate, sensitive kind of people. You have to be careful. Sometimes those people are the most unstable or irrational. Sometimes you can't rationalize with people who are irrational. Not all of them, some of them. I mean, listen to Janae Aiko's music, and that'll tell you what you need to know about a Pisces. Like, that's Diary of a Pisces 101. She says some of the craziest, outrageous things, but she says it in such a beautiful way that it's like you don't even be thinking about it until after. That's what a Pisces is. Crazy, irrational, beautiful. So I haven't really had a lot of experience with them. I can't really speak too much about them. I just think that they're very creative people. Rihanna, that's the only one I could think of right off the top of my head. Rihanna's, Cash Doll. Rihanna and Cash Doll. They're very creative, you're usually like really artsy people. Very talkative. They like to collaborate. But when they like need their space, they need their space. So like take them when they're ready to be like open and with you. But other than that, I don't really have like Pisces is supposed to be my polar opposite. They call it my sister sign. They're supposed to be the qualities that I have, they lack. And the qualities that they have, I lack. So if a Pisces and a Virgo came together, I guess I would be like holistic. But where we're more like, I don't even know how to explain it, y'all. I'm not even gonna sit here and bullshit y'all. But they are my sister sign. So just look that up, y'all. If y'all into that, you gotta look up. Everybody has a sister sign. So if you whatever sign, look it up. What's my sister sign? And it'll pop up for you. You can see. Look it up. But this whole situation, it really just got me thinking about like double standards, even with the Michael Randy situation. Like double standards is like fucking up the society right now. Like we have so many double standards. Like again, like I said, if Rainey had done what that girl had did to him on a live stream in front of kids, career over. He would never touch another film set unless it was on a podcast or something. Like nobody would care what he has to say, what's going on with him at all. Other like double standards we got. Hold on. And I'm tired of y'all acting like women aren't predators too. She should be locked up, stripped of her wigs, stripped of her nails, stripped of her lashes with nothing but 6 set it off Cleo braids to the back and a stud to keep her in check while she in jail. I don't like nothing about the girl. I don't like nothing about the girl. I don't trust her. I don't even trust her around kids. Freaky ash bitches need to keep their ashes inside. I wish I could have said it the way I wanted to say it, but YouTube gon' get me in trouble for saying it. But let's really talk about it though. Like, if a girl kiss a girl, it's attractive. It's a turn on. It's a fetish. She's exploring her sexuality. Right? Y'all know where I'm going with this. But if a man kiss another man, he the F word, and he need to go repent. And he might need to be put in an asylum. Right? That's what y'all be saying. And y'all be like cool with them. Like, I don't even want to say on the internet. I feel like y'all hate them more on the internet than in real life. But I feel like y'all will say on the internet, y'all love the gays. But then in real life, like don't let a girl fall out with one. He's a all types of this, all types of that. Y'all make me sick. And I just don't understand why y'all be so infatuated with what one person is doing in the privacy of their bedroom behind closed doors. Y'all don't be worried about what your man doing in the privacy of his homeboy's closed doors. But y'all always worried about what somebody else that y'all ain't even laying up with, that don't even want you, got going on. Right? Hello? Oh, okay. But let's talk about it though. Break that down. Break that down. People, even in the industry, like careers, I don't know. I feel like they won't, like a lesbian or gay female, whatever, will reach higher heights than a gay male. I feel like, honestly, like the only real way to reach some level of success as a male being gay, like in the industry, is in the music industry, at least is what I'm saying, is to keep that shit behind closed doors. Like if you're gonna be a male gay, you might as well just be like a designer or something. Honestly, that's how I see it. Like I just don't see Santana being on a certain level. I know we have like Lil Nas. I think the person who's made the biggest headway is probably Frank Ocean. But that was because Frank didn't come out till later. And neither did Lil Nas. Lil Nas dropped Rodeo. I think that's the song. Is that the song? Yeah. And then he blew up and then he came out gay later. So it's like you gotta like fake it and then come out later. Like, I don't know, it's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. But y'all got JoJo Siwa. I don't even know what the hell she is. I still don't know where JoJo Siwa came from. What did she do?
She's like a little kid's like personality.
You know, JoJo, when I first made my first like big TikTok video that blew up, people was using my sounds. JoJo Siwa used my sound. Did y'all know that? It's still up today. To this day. To this day. If a woman puts her hands on a man, it's okay and he should take it. But let a man put his hands on a woman and y'all hauling his ass off to jail. Lock him up. Send him there. No, y'all need to start putting your hands on men and expecting men not to defend themselves. That's not right. Then y'all want to call the police and get the domestic violence. And now he in jail. Messing with you. And you only gonna come bail him out and have him in your bed tonight anyway. So I don't even know why you did that. Now your man got a case. Y'all got restraining orders against each other. And y'all laid up. Watching Power. Breaking the law. Just a damn fool. Y'all so, dick sucky. I just, stand up for yourself. If you gonna call the police, at least had a nerve to be done with them. Y'all done fought, got y'all families involved, restraining orders. Y'all back in the bed rubbing feet together like Jody and Yvette. Cheesing. Girl, just dumb. Just dumb. Just plain old dumb. Yeah, y'all make me sick. But just know, y'all put your hands on my son, them hands gonna turn bisexual on your ass real quick. And it's not even just about, the men ones. If a man sleeps with a bunch of girls, he the man. He a P. He a heartbreaker. He's something to look out for. He that guy, he him. But if a woman sleeps around, she's a 304, right? She's a bopper. She's a thought. We don't respect her. She gets no love. The thought's getting cuffed up out here. That's what y'all didn't know. The loyal ones, they don't got no ring. Last time I checked, they still waiting. Lotto says she slept with her man the first night and they've been together for years. What's going on with you? But let women experience and be sexually liberated. If they want to pop that thing on a handstand, if they want to give 5 dudes that thing that night, let them give up that box. That's not your business. Y'all be too busy trying to clock the coochie, and it don't even be your coochie. Again, y'all worried about somebody else and what they doing in the comfort of their home, behind closed doors. Worry about what you doing. Y'all be all off. And it's getting on my nerves. What's another double standard? I feel like a lot of them be against women. Like, you know, they say like, oh, if a woman in the music industry has a kid, that's the end of her career. But if a man, but these men be having like, how many kids young boy got? Too many to count. He's still going. He's still pushing out an album every 2.5 weeks. I'm just saying, these double standards, y'all gotta stop letting them rule y'all life. Let standards be like that. It's just that's why I stopped caring about what society thinks. Society, like, people gonna say something about you if you doing right. They gonna say something about you if you doing wrong. You just gotta do you and stop giving a fuck, honestly. That's the only way to take it. Once you start giving up, that's when they feel like they got you. I stopped caring a long time ago. And even if I do care, I'm probably not gonna show it. And even when I do care, I still don't give a fudge. And with that being said, thank y'all for watching the 5th episode of No Offense, but make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to get notifications on the next episode. And until next time, y'all.